Namaskaram everyone and welcome back to the podcast. We have today Omkar Anna with us. Namaskaram Anna.
Namaskaram, Vaishu, and everyone.
So Anna, could you talk a bit about Bhastrika Kriya, which I see is a hatha yoga practice but is not often talked about. So could you tell us why is there something special about it and what are its benefits and how one can learn it?
Yes, to be honest, even when I heard about Bhastrika Kriya, I heard it when I was going for my training, like training upgrade. So, but I thought that this is just one more practice so that we can teach others. But then when I did it, it was such a wonderful practice. It's a simple 12 minutes practice, and the best part about it is that we do not even need to do any preparatory asana for that. So just maintain the empty stomach condition, and 12 minutes you can do it anytime. Let's say if your schedule is very overwhelming in the morning, you can do it in the evening also. So just simply remove 12 minutes, maybe just right after you come from the work, and 12 minutes you do this sadhana, and you should be fine. Like it's such a wonderful practice. So what is Bhastrika Kriya? Let's understand this first. So Bhastrika Kriya is a pranayam. There are many benefits of practicing this Kriya. So one is that it naturally reduces the oxygen consumption in the blood so that you tend to breathe better. And the next thing is that it will reduce the number of breaths that we take per minute. So this will not only happen because of enhancing one's lung capacity, sorry, but the overall consumption of the oxygen in your blood or your body is reduced. So this works in two ways, and also your system is in such a relaxed state that naturally your metabolism also will go down. So as you might have heard that metabolism is something that takes a lot of energy in our system. So it doesn't mean that your digestive power will go down, but that system which is constantly on, it will be that process will go down, and that energy will be saved. A lot of energy will be saved in our body. So this works in two ways. One is by expansion of the lung capacity, and another is that the overall consumption of oxygen in your body, it goes down. So that's how you tend to breathe naturally better as you do this kriya. Now, as you know that even Sadhguru has mentioned this, and they all say that they all, as in all the yogis, they say that if your breath comes down to, let's say, before that, let us understand this one thing, that a human being breathes 12 to 15 breaths per minute, so you should check sometime. So if your breath comes down to 11,
Okay.
so you can understand the very language of the animals and the birds. If your breath comes down to 9, you can understand the very language of the mother earth that she's speaking. And if your breath comes down to 7, there will be no static in your body. Your body will be an instrument to receive everything, to perceive everything. There will be no crackle. You can perceive everything that is worthwhile knowing in this existence. So that's what Bhastrika Kriya can do. And there are many benefits, many other physical benefits also of practicing this Kriya. Especially those people will benefit who have asthma, sinusitis, who have hormonal imbalances. And especially we also teach it in the skin disease module. As you heard that it purifies your blood, it is
Okay.
very good for people who have skin disease also.
Okay.
And those people, earlier I only heard Bhastrika Kriya where people who used to go to trek to Kailash.
Hmm.
So as you know, once you go up there, the oxygen level goes down. So you need to have a very good system. So Bhastrika Kriya is especially for those people also who go up there. This was the earlier perception, but since the time I have learnt it and I have benefited from this, I wanted to make this Kriya very popular. I started posting it every month. So every time I put my Hatha Yoga schedule, I have Bhastrika Kriya on, because I want my participants, I want everybody to learn this, because it will open up that dimension within you, that perception within you, that once you know, then you cannot deny. As in few last few videos, if you know that we have been talking about this, that how once your perception goes up, then you can understand, you can read everything. As I told you, that everything is trying to speak to you, it is trying to tell you something. If you want to avoid accidents in your life, if you want to take charge of your life, if you want to be the master of your destiny, then it is important that your perception should be at a certain level. And Bhastrika Kriya is one such practice. Hatha Yoga, definitely, all the Hatha Yoga practices are working towards that. It is about enhancing the perception, but particularly Bhastrika Kriya, I have seen. Even There are many participants who have come back and who have told me that people who are practicing Shakti Chalana Kriya, that how it has helped them in doing that Pancha Sakita Kriya and increasing the amount of the holding that they do in the bandhas also. So it enhances the lung capacity hugely. Even one of the participant, he came back and he told me that he feels so light that he will keep all the other practices on one side and he will keep Bhastrika Kriya on one side. And that was like a mind blowing experience that he shared with me. So even in my experience also, I've been doing this, and even if you have any kind of allergies also, especially related to ENT, it will help you to cure. And more importantly, in this COVID situation, this is the best practice that you can do. As the Guru has given us so beautiful tools of Simha Kriya also, but I would say this is 10, 15, or 20 times more powerful than Simha Kriya also. So it's a beautiful practice that everybody should see how you can do it. And the way we do it, like we will explain you how to do, like you should not do it regularly. There are certain guidelines. Before doing this Kriya, I saw Bhastrika Kriya first, like when I was supposed, I was almost going to learn it. I just Googled it and saw like, okay, what is this Bhastrika Kriya? So I came across many different styles of doing it. But when I came to Isha, like when we were trained in Isha, so how we were trained, it is totally different. That we do it in a certain posture, Vajrasana, for example. So as you learn it, you will get to know. And then it's a simple practice. You will think that, oh, it is already gotten over. So just simple 12 minutes, you won't even get to know. But the way it starts working for you, it is wonderful. So that's why I wanted to. It's been long time that I wanted to share this thing with you, but I used to forget. So I believe that I have shared everything. You have any questions about it,
Yeah,
about Bhastrika?
how many days does the practice like does one have to spend to learn it?
Just one day. Simple, just 1 hour, 1.5 hours. It is a class will happen for you. How we do Bhuti Shuddhi. So same way, this also 1.5 hour session will happen, and then you will learn this practice, and then you will go. But what Sadhguru says is that you will not master it right away. It is a certain possibility. So we will offer you as a practice, but it is a certain possibility within you. So that's how he has said that we should not reduce Bhastrika into a practice. So that's powerful. That's how powerful the practice is.
Awesome, Anna. So where can one learn it in Thane or Mumbai? And when
In
are you?
Thane, definitely, you can learn it with me. And we have the next now. Recently, one program got over, and the next program is happening in February. So February, I will give you the dates. Maybe you can just post it. And February weekend, it is happening on Sunday, I believe. So Sunday it will happen. You can just look at the dates at your wherever you post it. You can just share the dates with them. And other than that, or most of the Hatha Yoga teachers will learn. Mostly the new teachers who have just got trained, they might have not been equipped with this practice because we usually learn it in upgrade. It is just one more, because our upgrade is already very packed. Sadhguru says it 3 years we have packed in 6 months. So that's how intense the practice is. So just as we go every 3 years, we have every 6 months we have to go for an upgrade. So every year we learn something new. So this is maybe the new teacher may not be knowing this, but if there is a teacher who is slightly teaching for for a while, they might have learned this practice. You can learn it from them. This is not offered online. It's only offered in person.
Okay, Anna. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Namaskaram.